I used to joke that the hospital was turning my brain into horror movie soup. Night shifts at St. Vincent's were already miserable enough, without me spending every break watching ghost clips on my phone with the other nurses. After a few months of that, combined with terrible sleep, becoming paranoid felt like an obvious consequence, but not actually seeing things that weren't there. The first time happened outside room 214 during a double shift. I was walking medication down the hallway when I noticed a woman standing behind an elderly patient near the nurse's station. She wore a pale blue hospital gown, smiling creepily with her tongue completely out and her head tilted sideways. At first I thought she had a severe neck injury. Then I realized no human can bend their neck far enough for their cheek to rest against a relaxed shoulder. I stopped walking. The patient continued speaking normally to the nurse in front of him, while the woman behind him just stared directly at me, smiling wider every second like she was remembering how. Then someone bumped my shoulder. I looked away for half a second. When I looked back, she was gone. After that, she started appearing everywhere, standing behind visitors, watching me from the reflection of dark television screens in empty rooms. Once, at 4 a.m, I even saw her at the far end of my bedroom. The fluorescent lights flickered overhead, and for a brief second I noticed her bare feet weren't quite touching the ground. I stopped sleeping properly after that. Eventually, my supervisor pulled me aside and suggested I speak to the psychiatric department. Visual perceptual disturbance, the psychiatrist said after a long pause. Definitely stress-induced. But I keep seeing the same thing, I protested. Do not try to fight the perception, he added. Instead, ground yourself and continue functioning as normally as possible. Apparitions can't hurt you. I remember laughing nervously. So, ignore the creepy smiling woman? Downplay it, he corrected. Do not escalate it in your mind. He prescribed sleep medication and adjusted my workload. And strangely, it worked. I slept. I functioned. For almost a week, I stopped reacting when I saw her. Sometimes I would notice her standing in a corridor, and I would simply breathe, look away, and continue my shift. I even joked about it in my head. There she is again. Great. Very persistent. 10-10 for commitment. Then last Thursday, I stepped into the lift during a night shift and saw her standing behind a man in a wheelchair, with the same pale gown, same smile, and same neck bent sideways at that inhuman angle. I exhaled slowly. Oh, good, I mumbled. You again. The smiling woman tilted her head further, as if amused I was no longer afraid. I looked away and smiled at the man in the wheelchair instead. The man looked up at me, pale and confused. Wait, so you can see her too?